The American Revolution is one of the most important parts of our history here in the United States. We literally wouldn't exist without it. Let's learn a little bit about this period of American history together and what a ship like Providence had to do with it. Hello, and welcome to another Tall Ship Tuesday. My name is Caroline, and our ship, Tall Ship Providence, was an important part of the Continental Navy during the Revolution. When we talk about the Revolutionary War in schools, we often refer almost exclusively to what happened on land. But what ships like Providence did out at sea was also important. Our ship is a recreation of a ship that sailed in the Revolutionary War. In fact, she was the very first ship authorized to join the Continental Navy and was the first American naval command of one John Paul Jones. Speaking of John Paul Jones, an important player of the American Revolution, let's talk about some of the faces who you might need to know when talking about the American Revolution here in Virginia. Starting off with our favorite Virginian here on Providence. Okay, he was originally Scottish, but he moved to Fredericksburg, Virginia a few years before the Revolution. John Paul Jones is now known as the father of the U.S. Navy, but before that, he was a heroic naval captain that fought bravely against the British. He captured many prizes, British merchant ships, that helped fund the war effort. Someone you have probably heard of a time or two, George Washington, is our next important Virginian. His home is actually just a little bit down the river from us here. He lived at Mount Vernon, but he also had a townhome here in Alexandria. He was the commander-in-chief, the leader, the head honcho of the Continental Army during the Revolution. While he wasn't in charge of the Navy, he did have a say in what happened. Washington even sent our ship out on a mission to Bermuda just before the Continental Congress created the Continental Navy. Thomas Jefferson, close personal friend of Captain John Paul Jones and another important Virginian, spent many of his days in his home in Monticello. Jefferson, amongst other things, provided leadership in this time of tumult. He wrote the Declaration of Independence to tell the British exactly why America was fighting for independence, something we'll get into in another video in the future. Give me liberty or give me death. Patrick Henry was a little bit dramatic for that one, but he was loud about his beliefs when it came to taxation without representation. And he was right to do so. He was a part of the Continental Congress, which passed legislation on October 13th, 1775 to create a Continental Navy. He was also a part of many other decisions the Continental Congress made in regards to the American Revolution. James Lafayette, no, not that Lafayette, was an enslaved man from Virginia who served as a spy in the Continental Army. He fed information to the Americans about British Royal Navy and Army placements in Yorktown, which allowed the Continental Army and French Navy to surround Governor Cornwallis's troops. After the war, James had to fight for his freedom, and he won with the support of the Marquis de Lafayette. Yes, that one. These Virginians were quite accomplished in the early days of our nation. We hope this was a good review about these important players of the American Revolution, especially our Virginia 4th graders. This is the first video we're doing in a series about the American Revolution and Virginia standards of learning. We love welcoming students aboard Providence to experience the American Revolution in a hands-on way during our school class tours, so we hope to see you all aboard soon. Thank you all for joining the Tall Ship Providence Foundation on this Tall Ship Tuesday. If you liked this video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to the channel. We put out new educational material each week about maritime history, seamanship, tall ships, and even the occasional sea shanty, so don't forget to share this with someone who might want to learn something new. Until next time, we hope to see you back again on another Tall Ship Tuesday. Bye!